Welcome back to River Funsies. On this episode, we're going to talk about public hunting in the state of Texas. So there's over 1 million acres for the public to hunt on in the state, but a lot of people don't know where to look, don't know how to access it, really don't have a clue as to what's available to them. So there's a lot of misconceptions, a lot of questions, and I want to help clear those up and give you the tools necessary to answer some of those questions and even other questions you might have moving forward. So, annual public hunting, also called walk-in hunts, previously called Type 2 certification, is now known as the annual public hunting permit. And first things first, you want to download the app onto your phone, and this is what it looks like once you download it for the outdoor annual. They won't be publishing paper copies or versions of it this year, so it's a good idea to do this anyway and explore the app and see what's in there so you can see all the different hunting rules and fishing rules. And once you've found a public area that you would like to hunt at, it only costs $48 after you have your hunting license and have passed your hunting training course, which is also available online. And that allows you all kind of opportunities for hunting, fishing, camping, and it also allows you to, within the app, search out areas based on the animal you want to hunt, how you want to hunt them, and also, look and see what's in your local area if you want to not travel too far to take advantage of some opportunities. So let's start looking at the app. Once you open it up, that's what it looks like. And there you go. So scroll down and you will see, once you open up the hunting section, scroll down a little further, public hunting opportunities. Now this is going to give you an overview of what's available throughout the state. And, some areas it's a little sparse, but on the whole, there's quite a few opportunities. Some of these areas are only open for specific parts of the year, and it's very important to know the rules and regulations for each specific county in terms of the seasons for the animals you'll be hunting and the specific rules for each public area. Once you open up the map, you need to enlarge it all the way down to one of the little specific stars on the map, and keep enlarging it until you can click on the star specifically, and then that will open up the information for the area that you're allowed to hunt in. So this one, you open it up once you click on the little green star, and it takes you to a page from the annual public hunting book, which gets sent to you once you buy the license. So it'll show you in gray the areas that you're allowed to hunt within this area. This is a wildlife management area, so this is federal property. Where you can park, what is allowed to hunt. And this is a dove hunting area, and you can only use shotguns. That means you can't shoot coyotes, you can't shoot hogs, you can't shoot anything else, only dove. It's very specific. And those are the only dates that you can hunt. And for most of these areas, 30 minutes before sunup and 30 minutes before sundown is what is allowed. So that's important to keep in mind. That's one of the hard and fast rules. There's not many hard and fast rules for all the different areas to hunt in. One is, the times allowed to hunt, but also having a public license, having a hunting license, and that's really it. I mean, everyone is very specific. Some have certain entry times and exit times. Some are only open certain days of the week. So you don't want to show up on the wrong day and be there on the wrong day. Because one thing about public hunting areas is that you're much more likely to run into a game warden. And you want that to be a positive experience. You don't want to walk away with a ticket. What you could walk away with is some information from the game warden on, hunting areas, what's working for other hunters, and give you some insight. So here's another area that's a little more complicated when you look at it. It's the Sam Houston National Forest. A lot of detail, a lot of different opportunities for hunting. And you really want to be specific and read through this carefully. You don't want to shoot the wrong thing or show up on the wrong day, like I mentioned earlier, or be in the wrong area. You don't want to hunt in the wrong area, so it's good to keep this on you so you kind of have an idea of where you're at. And, there's camping and hunting and fishing opportunities, so you could have really one hell of a weekend here if you planned it right. There's deer check stations for certain days. There is the OSR, when you see that, the EOSR, that's the on-site registration. They're going to ask you, what did you kill? What did you do? And you can do that with this app as well. So this app is very important. Hunting season is a few months away. So you certainly want to do your research and find out what opportunities are available to you. And, speaking on the subject of public land, some of the public land is leased by the state from private property owners. So you want to be respectful when you enter these people's property, because my personal experience is I've encountered livestock. There's sometimes structures on these properties. You want to be careful about what you do, and you don't want to target species you're not supposed to target, because that can be a problem. That can be a ticket, and you don't want to cause an issue for the property owner to where they don't allow people to hunt there in the future. So just be understanding of the fact that this property is open to the public, but some of it is privately owned, and it's leased to the state. So for anybody out there that has property they aren't using and would like to lease to the state, this might be something you could do with it to earn some extra money. But just be respectful to people's property when you enter it. And just looking at the map, this gives you some more ideas of the different opportunities. You can hunt white-tailed deer here, but it has to be archery only. Archery only for everything, it seems. So don't go into some of these places thinking, I can shoot a hog if I see it. If it's not listed, you can't. So just be wise to the different rules and regulations for each area. It's very important. So this app is also going to show you the different regulations for each individual county. Some of these large areas may cover several counties, so you just want to know where you're at, because the different hunting seasons, some of them are pretty standard, but each county has their own regulations, such as Aransas County doesn't have a rabbit or squirrel season, so those are fair game year-round. And so do your research once again, and if some of these areas have duck or migratory birds like sandhill cranes or geese, or you are going to need a license for that, a migratory bird stamp. And these are the different licenses available. You can look through those. If you are going to get something different than the standard resident hunting license, all that information is right here. So there is a lot of information in the website, a lot of different subjects to cover. And I think I'll have to make another video about some of the other things available within the public hunting system, because it's just too much to cover in one video. For people who have never hunted ever before, but do have their hunter safety course certification, there's even mentor programs, so staff within the Texas Parks and Wildlife can show you some ideas or different things to get you in tune with what it takes to be a hunter. You got to get out there, you got to try. Drawn hunts are a little different from the walk-in hunts, which is what we previously talked about. The drawn hunt system is a system where they allow you to apply for to have your name drawn to for certain hunts in certain areas, such as this one to hunt alligators, they allow 15 permits, and it shows you how many people applied, how many, what the success rate was, and it gives you an idea as to which ones you want to apply for based on what you want to go after. Be deer, be alligators. It could be all kind of different animals. Some of them have a few people that apply. Some of them allow standbys. And a standby is if you apply and you don't get your name pulled, but you show up, and they have to have some extra slots because people didn't show up when their name was drawn. There you go. You get to hunt. So download the app. It's free. Study it. Look at what's available. There's all kind of really unique opportunities throughout the state that you may not know is available to you, and there's opportunities for baiting certain animals. Not all of them, just certain ones. You have to do your research. Setting up feeders, setting up stands, even setting up traps, hog traps, for example, on public property. But you got to know where you're allowed to do it, when you're allowed to do it, and to follow the rules. A lot of these areas that you will find are there on a pretty regular basis every year. But there's been a few that I've noticed that have come and gone for people to be allowed to hunt on. No, normally those are the private property areas. And the map of all the different stars across the state of Texas, there's many more stars when you include the drawn hunt opportunities. A lot of state parks are used for those. So if you look hard enough, you'll find unique opportunities that allow you to hunt, fish, and camp at a very low cost throughout the state. You just got to find them. I'll leave a link to the Outdoor Annual app in the description of the video. So please download it and do your research so you can have a dope experience out there in the beautiful state of Texas. And I'll be uploading some videos soon about my own personal experiences in public hunting. Have a good one.